Hey everybody, this is still week one of decommissioning the garden and getting the house ready to sell. And today I have a painting crew here of 5 men plus the owner of the company, Phil, and they are chatting away about what they're going to do to my house. There are lots of little things that need touching up. You know, you're intimately aware of my fence, my redwood fence out front, and those need to be restained every so often to look their best. That's going to happen. And gutters need to be washed, and fascia needs to be painted and touch up in the house. So a lot going on today. And also a stager is coming to give me an estimate, so I've got my hands full. I really want to dig up my apple tree. You know, my apple tree that just went in February. Well, I was back down at Anawalt over the weekend buying flowers, and I talked to the woman that I bought the tree from, and she said apples are very resilient, that I can definitely dig up that apple tree and take it with me. Now it's got apples growing on it, so I don't know what'll happen if I do it now, but I'm going to do it. So all of these things are coming up, so I hope you follow my journey, hashtag follow my journey, and stay with me. Last week, Eric and I did some work on the 2 citrus trees, and this lemon tree has been sadly neglected, and I have a lot of yellow leaves. There's quite a bit of leaf minor disfiguration, but as you can see, it's absolutely loaded with lemons coming on. I still have 3 or 4 ripe lemons. This is very typical of what's going on, and when you don't take care of your lemon tree, the leaves wind up looking like this. That is very strange looking. It almost looks like a flat bug, but it also could be some mold, or it could be some insects. Really don't know what that is. This is leaf minor disfiguration, and it's also yellowing. So this is whitefly. So I got a lot going on this tree. Really do need to spray it with something, but I just haven't had the time. We did give it iron and citrus food last week, and I was hoping within a week it might start to look greener. The first installment of Follow My Journey uploaded this morning. The comments so far have been amazing, and I just wanted to thank everyone who's shown me their support and love. I want you to know I feel it, and I am really grateful. I hope that following my journey can help other people who have to give up their gardens or change their way of life to take care of elderly parents. A number of people mentioned this morning in comments that that was their situation. These are the things we do in life, you know, change comes and we have to embrace it the best we can. But my goal through this whole process is to inspire and lift up anybody who might be sad about change, and give you hope that there's something better out there. And that's what I'm hoping for myself. And I'm just going on faith that that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but first I've got to get this garden in shape and ready to sell. This is the beautiful stevia plant that I brought from Tennessee in the spring. I got this from Daryl, the bamboo guy, and I brought it back in my backpack, and it was about that tall. And I pruned it. It was twice this big, and I pruned it and took those stems and put them in the freezer in my refrigerator, and then we planted it here, and I think it's going to look beautiful and explode with growth. And here are my 2 roselle plants that I had in pots. and I thought they would look really pretty here. You remember in my From Origin Till Now video about the development of this fence and how much I love this fence, which I designed. What's my design? It really is a signature piece for the garden. Whether there's a lot of plants behind it or not, even if there are only a few plants behind it, it's a great thing to have a beautiful fence that borders your garden, the main part of your garden anyway. And this is my apple tree. I don't have that long skinny shovel that Eric has, and so I am going to have to wait to dig that up until he comes on Saturday. But the apples are very small, and I'm going to give the tree some water. Meanwhile, you know, my olive trees are in full fruiting stage, and they are starting to drop. There are going to be 10,000 olives on the ground, and they all have disfigurement from the olive fruit fly maggot. The egg was laid in every olive, apparently. Even though I used the beneficial nematodes, I applied the beneficial nematodes earlier in the year, it didn't stop them. Maybe I didn't do it at the right time, I don't know. But they are getting pruned on Friday, so that's going to happen simultaneously with the painting. Busy week. Bill, I think I'm going to have him take this off too. I mean, I can do it when Eric comes on Saturday, but if you're going to be going across here cleaning or something, I'm just going to get rid of this. It looks kind of junky. This is my lovely garden. What do you think about that? So we're just going to go on inside. One thing the stager said was, some of my art, not this one, but some of my art looks a little bit too scary. Which I don't think that's true, but I can see how somebody might feel that way. For example, I have this beautiful handmade doll. I have several made by the same doll artist, doll maker in Santa Monica. Her name was Mary Hardy. Not sure if she's still alive. I've had these for a very long time, but I just think this is a beautiful doll. And this is the kind of doll that you hang on the wall. And it's been hanging on my wall for, it's got to be 2 decades worth of dirt back there. I actually vacuumed with one of those little vacuum cleaners. I vacuumed this one off some time ago, but because it hangs like that, the dust mainly falls behind the shoulders, so I need to do that again. So I'm moving this picture over here, which means I've got to move the hook, because this is a tiny hook and that's a bigger hook. This particular piece I love. It speaks volumes to me. It's very theatrical, which speaks to my acting. It's also very artistic and very unique. Howard decided one winter it was just too cold to work in his studio, so he started making these sculptures out of sculpty. It's a form of clay that you can bake in the oven. And he made one of these prototypes, and I said, oh my gosh, I have to have one. So he made another one for me. And I thought it looked lovely in this bay window, but we're going to take out this and put in something a little bit more, as you will see, not so unique. This is actually an angel that Denora, who's worked for me for at least 15 years, she found this somewhere and gave it to me. It's really garden art, but I just loved it so much and I wanted it. It's actually been in this window, just off to the side for a long time. And now it's occupying the center stage. This is another piece by Howard McKenzie, and it's one of the few horizontal pieces. This is an etching he did some years ago, and it is sold out, this particular image. And I've always loved this. I love his work. And some people don't like clowns. I happen to love them because they're so theatrical. But we're going to change this out. It's really too big for this space, and I'm going to put another piece here. Oh. This is actually a piece by Howard's wife, Abigail Richards. I think it's going to fit perfectly in this spot. See? It looks awesome, and just the shapes, the totem shapes of the two palm trees go with the totem shapes of these ceramic sculptures by Susie Berquist. She's a southwestern artist. They're ceramic coyotes. She made a series of them wrapped in Indian blankets with different hair. This one has porcupine quills, and this one has a hat. That's actually a mountain lion, and well, that's a porcupine. I also have one that's a coyote. Thanks so much for watching my channel, liking my videos, and especially sharing them with your friends. I look forward to seeing you in the next installment of Follow My Journey. If you enjoyed this video, please watch these. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video.